Okay. Oh, thank goodness there's a probe body aboard this thing. I wasn't sure. So Bob's really not flying. I didn't even need to put Bob in here at all. This thing can fly autonomously. I can tell by all of this. So, we has to find us a rover. Or not a rover, a lander. There we are. There's our target. And we're coming down this way. So let's see if we can expedite this fairly quickly. I'm going to do this. Okay, let's pop ahead. Let's see. Will it be better at the other node? No. Okay, we're not going to pop ahead. We're missing by a lot on this pass. So what I'm just going to do here is bring down... Yeah. We're just going to bring down our periapsis. Activate the engine. You're not going to trust Bob at all? No, we'll trust Bob. We'll do it, man. I was going to open up KOS, but whoops, wrong button. Just noticing. Where are we? Okay, let's get away from the station here a little bit. I'm just noticing where this maneuver node is. And notice where the station is. That's not a good sign. So let's see if we can do a little bit of avoidance here. Yeah. Good move, Bob. There we go. We're now going to safely avoid this station. Alright. Right? We're going to be... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Stations... Where's the station? Yeah. We're nowhere near the station. Okay, so we're going to watch it from here. And all this burns about is bringing this periapsis down to the orbit. And then we'll do some sort of phasing fun. I honestly should check how much life support those other dudes have in their little lander can. I don't really know. We'll check that in a second. I can check that from here. Okay. Get ready to do the burn, Bob. That looks pretty good. Okay, let's just check on their life support. You can actually check on anybody you want here. They're in the Twitch 4. And they have 4 days, 4.5 days of food, water, and oxygen. So that's important to know. So I don't want to spend forever farting around with this kind of stuff. But hopefully we will not need to. So this is where we're going to go for our rendezvous. Oh wait, we can get rid of this. So what is life like on our next orbit? Okay, that's pretty close there. How far is that in the future? Oh, it's 3 hours in the future. We're fine. We're fine. I was all like worried for no reason. So we'll just tweak this maneuver just a little bit to get our encounter nice and close. We got a bazillion icons all on top of each other, which is always the way this works. There, I saw 300 meter separation. So we got 300 meter separation in 2 hours and 23 minutes. So just to sort of explain for those people that have not seen me, you know, I've done it a lot, but it's, you know, I put this maneuver here and just hopped it ahead a few orbits, and that shows me the rendezvous a few orbits ahead. And then I've got this maneuver coming up in just 21 minutes on this orbit, which will tweak the period of my current orbit just enough so that I get that rendezvous. It's a nice, efficient way to do it. In fact, I'm going to probably be able to do this just with RCS. So let's get up there. Don't make a cluster fart of it this time. This is not up to cluster fart level at all. Not yet, anyway. I shouldn't jinx it, really. So according to this, it's like a 0.1 second burn. I'm not even going to play around with the engines. I'm just going to do this with RCS. It's a 0.4 meter per second adjustment here. And then what's our rendezvous speed at? 65 meters per second. That's fine. There's no way the lander would have been able to do this. Absolutely none. Like, I'm doing this pretty much as efficiently as I can. And there's no, and I'm still going to be spending 65 meters per second to match velocity plus whatever I did to bring that down. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I'm going to put on RCS. And hopefully we can just do some puffs to sort of finish this off. Yeah, there we go. See? Just push an H. Close that. Guys. Oh, I know what's happening here. Shoot. Close this. Pop this ahead. There's an annoying thing that happens if you have another maneuver in the way. 300 meters, okay. Is that when I was pushing with RCS there to try and kind of close this distance, this maneuver was changing and compensating. Very, very annoying. They're trying to help you, but it doesn't help. Okay, Bob is skimming across the surface here, so we gotta wait 2 hours and 49 minutes. So let's just put it on free and do it. I'm seeing a wow, text-to-speech sucks. And I suspect, especially with my speech, that is very true, Vance. I don't think... I will take responsibility for that. Where are we at? Where are we at here? Okay, got that, got that. We should be now on the right orbit. Yep, we are there in 13 minutes. 340 something something away. All right. Okay, we should be seeing a target somewhere. There we are, coming at it from the side, of course, because of our inclination difference. Whoa, whoa. What am I doing? Looking at it from the front and getting my roll buttons completely backwards. There we go. Okay, so coming in here. Oh, I think we're fine. Can I... No, let's start. Let's get closer. Let's get closer. I like to roll it so that this panel is up because it's on the dorsal side of the craft, and that makes it easier for me to know which way is up and down. About 2 minutes away. See if we can close this distance a little bit. I don't even know what the ignition... Okay, that's good. An engine failure right now would be actually pretty catastrophic, to be honest, because Bob couldn't fix it. The only person that can fix it is over here, and we're still coming at them at 50 meters per second. Really, Jinx? You're throwing me a Jinx? Oh my gosh. I love the terrain. I'm clearly close to a pole, but I love the terrain, how it gets all lumpy bumpy around the poles no matter where you are, and no matter what planet, they're all kind of like that. And it just has to do with taking a flat texture and wrapping it around a sphere. Okay, closing that distance, 60 meters, 50 meters, 40 meters, 30 meters, coming over a pole. Oh, what did I do to jinx it? What did I say? Oh my gosh. Now I gotta go back over the playback and find out what I said to jinx myself. Or was it when I was talking about this cluster not being a cluster fart yet? Okay, where are we? Okay, we're about 30 seconds away. I really probably should be reducing my speed. Bob, ya hot dog, coming in real fast like this. Okay, so we're reducing velocity, keeping it at pretty close to 23 seconds. It's just holding on that, which I always like when that happens. So a tad of a rescue, though to be honest, this vessel, that vessel, and all of these people are all part of this same mission. So it's not like, you know, they needed an external rescue. They're rescuing themselves. It's like, you know, a ship gets into trouble and they get themselves out of trouble by deploying the lifeboat. I don't see, there's nothing wrong with that. That's all legit. Mom's like, I see them. I see thems. Okay, I think it's time to just close this right off here. There we go. Control from here. Where is the docking port on this fella? Hey, you guys are upside down. What's that all about? Set as a target. We're going to do Bob a favor. We're going to roll this way. Because, you know, Bob needs all the help he can get. That looks pretty good. So somebody is in need of a lift. Whoa. Over-torqued it. Bob Bruce Willis Kerman. Okay. Got this line. I don't know. Bob's doing a pretty darn good job as far as I'm concerned here. I've seen a lot worse. So we're obviously going to pick up the whole craft. We're not going to just, you know, this is a valuable lander. We're not going to just forget about it. So, as per usual, you know, I had 3 things I want to accomplish, and I've yet to really accomplish. I've not completed the first thing yet, which of course always seems to be typical of these things, because I end up making my life more complicated than it should have been. Boink. Okay, there we go. We caught ourselves a lander. We are now all one. We are going to transfer over our pilot. Bob is being kicked out of the pilot seat right now. Oh, that didn't transfer over. Oh, it did. And Michael's coming over too. Okay. Obviously now what we need to do is get ourselves back to the station. So this is just really the reverse of what we just did. And again, we are not... Game is not helping us. Our encounter here is a decent separation. So we're going to have to go a few orbits ahead, but I think now we got like... Oh, well, yeah, we got... I don't know why we only have 25 days of water. Probably the water... There's a water recycler on this thing, is there not? Not that it's a problem, but... Oh, it's on. Okay. It's probably just not counting the fact the water recycler is running. Okay. So we got a burn coming up. What? Oh, we got... I looked at this and said burn time 5 seconds, but of course I got engines pointing all in the wrong directions here, so why don't we turn off... That would have been... I'm sure there are people watching this right now that are a little disappointed that I did notice that those engines were still on. That would have been a comical burn. Why is this still saying 5? Okay, let's just separate this out. There we go. No, come on, over there. There we go. Now that's looking right. Yep. Yep. Yeah, so that burn's coming up in 14 minutes. In the meantime, Michael... Actually, no, forget it. Well, no, we're doing it now. We might as well. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to service these engines. Oh, what is his... He's got monopropellant. Okay. Interestingly, oh, for goodness sakes. Oh, I got my fingers in the wrong spot. Every time I push R, I'm pushing E. Interestingly, the monopropellant didn't fill. There's something about those rolly... Like the round capsules and Kerbalism that that really doesn't get along. Okay, I'm gonna service this engine. All of these seem to be in... I don't think I've ever serviced them. And we got an engine back here too. Let's stay away from the reactor end of this. Just go straight to the end. There is radiation that comes off of this thing. You can see here. I can show you. This could fall apart here. Let's service this. But if we look at the rads here, Michael's got 0.031 rads per hour. And if I move towards the reactor, you can see it creeping up, getting bigger and bigger. And then if we move away, it gets smaller and smaller. So, there is radiation coming off of that. Okay. Get in there, Michael. Board. Alright, where are we at? We got 12 minutes to the burn. It's a... Okay. So, let's just do this. Now, I'm hoping... Should be okay. In that clearly the mass is no longer centered here because the docking port was never centered on this. So we do have an asymmetrical... The thrust vector is not going to go through the center of mass here, but I'm hoping, although this thing does not have a huge amount of delta V. I'm hoping it should be. Oh, we'll see. We won't put a lot of thrust on this. There's only the little mini reaction wheels in this thing, and that's it. It's not exactly nippy. Ooh, there's a there's a chunk of texture missing down there. See that? You can see stars through it. I'm getting distracted. Burn. Oh, no, it's fine. I thought it was actually starting to drift, but it's just the camera doing that. Okay. So, let's see how this looks like from here. A little bit more. Okay. And now again, same thing. We got to put a maneuver here-ish. And we're going to pop ahead orbits until we start to get a pretty close encounter right about there. And then we're going to put a maneuver here-ish. And we're going to tweak that until that closest approach is as low as it's going to go. And this is always such a little burn. Oh, looks like about 8. That's okay. 800 meter separation coming up there. Okay, so that burns in 22 minutes. Actually, what I can do, let's bring out our friend, Mr. KOS. I don't know why. Oh, there was one on the, okay. There was one on the lander. I didn't think there was. Lining up some solar panels. Yeah, they're talking. Oh, yeah. You know, this game is such a tempting game to mod the heck out of, but I was sort of the same way. I wanted to master vanilla before I went into it. It took me a long time to get into mods, and even when I got into mods, so that seemed, yeah, that is reasonable. We're just over the South Pole. That's why everything feels upside down. Okay. Delete that. And I'm really not that much of a modder when it comes to, or I'm not used to modding my video games at all. And the series that did it for me, and this shows you how far back this goes, was Scott Manley. It's always Scott Manley. Scott Manley's his what did he call his series? He did a big series, Kerbal Interstellar, or I think that's what it was called. And that was heavily modded, and that's what got me into thinking, oh, that's pretty cool. I got the stock game down. I'm going to do some modding. And just to show you just how particular I am about stock, I started the game by just downloading the demo many, many years ago and realized 15 minutes into the demo that this is a game I'm going to have. Sorry, I do have to pay some attention to what I'm doing here, don't I? And knew it was a game I was going to have. But, oh, I'm just going to use RCS for this, silly. RCS. But regardless, I was all about I have to finish this. I have to do the demo. And my goal with the demo only gave you limited parts. Back then, I had no idea if the demo's probably never changed, and only had the moon as another body. And I wanted to, with limited parts, get myself to the moon. 800, perfect. Okay. And I was not going to buy the game until I did that, which I did. With a very, very stupid craft. Hello, General Cat. Welcome. And Soraniku. And Dan. Hello, Dan. Sorry if I missed you if you joined in earlier. Alright, we are heading back to the station, and honestly, I'm sorry, I was hoping that I would get, remember I do have 2 other go down to the moon contracts. This engineering school one and the field science one. Both of those should be easier. There's no building rovers. There's no doing any of that kind of stuff. It is simply just getting down to the surface. I guess I gotta land next to the Munar 5B, but the other ones just get into the canyons with Bob. Alright, so what I think I shall do is time warp to this, 2 hours away. No more oh, of course not. Sorry, that was just a warning. Let's turn that off right now. The that was said something adventurer, didn't it? This guy, the unfinished moon adventurer. That is the rover that we fixed, that I then stripped off all the solar panels and all the batteries. So the fact that it just ran out of electricity, of course, isn't. Oh, and I can't communicate with it. Oh, that's frustrating. I was going to turn off. I should be able to. Come on. Here. If I go into auto. Config. That's what I want. Don't give me battery warnings no more. I don't care. That thing is... I have forgotten about you already. You are no longer a concern of mine, you silly rover. Okay, where are we at? Oh, I was just time warping to that dummy node, and we should be now 38 minutes away from our target. That's not right. It says 172 kilometers. What the... What happened? Is it on the next orbit? Please tell me it's on the next orbit. Oh, that's because of the warning. Yep. Okay, the warning. Okay, premature time warp stopping messed me up. Ta-da! There we go. Don't need this anymore. Okay, and probably should be seeing it. Target, there we go. How about pointing in the right direction? Way above us. Always weird when it comes in sideways like this. Well, I guess I'm still too far away. Okay, we're going to be there in 12 minutes, according to this. I'm a little surprised I'm not seeing it. Oh, there we are. Completely looking in the wrong direction. Okay. Why do Kerbals talk in reverse? I think it's just a really easy way to give them that cute little alien sound, really. I think it's just easy. In fact, I think all the chatterer is actual communication of astronauts recordings just sped up and played backwards. I'm pretty sure there's real conversations in there somewhere. Okay, we're going to start slowing down here. And at the same time, reducing our intercept distance. And we gotta dock these two fellas. Okay, got 200 meters separation now. Under 100 meters, that's good enough because the station itself is bigger than that. And I'll be docking at one of the ends. Bob, you did a good job. The rest... Oh, look, Bob is in the front seat still. Alec didn't kick him out. Out of respect, Alec took the seat behind him. That's very, very magnanimous of you, Alec. Again, getting that pole camera thing happening. Again, just kind of reducing our velocity here a little bit relative to the station. A little more thrust here. Picked ourselves up a bit of a stowaway. Come on, we need actually more. Come on, coming in a little quick. According to this, I'm only 16. Come on, slow down. I think we got it. We're good. Can I... Oh, no, that's the wrong way. Shoot. So we're going to have to separate these two. And then dock both of them separately. Dock each of them. That's what I'm trying to say. And this target icon is actually in the middle of the... Here. Was aiming for the center of mass of this station, which of course is around the asteroid, I think. So, sort of deliberately bringing it so we're aiming more into this vicinity. Actually, we got a good approach going here. I can see we're coming right at where the docking hub is. Okay, so we're going to just... Let's zero this out. We'll zero the rest of this with RCS. So while I'm docking one thing, I don't want to worry about crashing into the station. There we go. All right, and this guy does have a probe body in it, so I should be able to just fly it autonomously. So let's go over here. Control it from there. And we're going to aim for... here. Sure. Set that as a target. SAS on. I don't believe I ever turned off any reaction wheels or anything like that. Okay. That feels like the right way to go. Yep. Up we go. A little bit to the side. Let's get into orbit view so I can tell a little better what's up. Okay, and we will roll this. Whoa, rolls this way. There we go. Only so we'll dock and look like we know what we're doing. And there is the icon on the Navball showing me the docking port alignment. Okay. I'm going to have to back up, I can tell. The only... Oh no, there's thruster blocks down here too. I was about to say, I thought these were the only thruster blocks, but they're actually these two tiny dudes down there. If I have one complaint... This way. If I have one complaint about this Lunar Excursion module, this piece here on the top, is that these reaction blocks are way too powerful. I had to tweak them like way down. I go to control. See the thrust limiter on them has to be so far down so it balances off with these little ones on the bottom. They're way too powerful. Okay, this way. Yep. Oh wait, I was just thrusting completely in the wrong way. Oh, I can't even tell which way they're going. Which way are they going? That way. That way! I could tell because my relative velocity was so low. Okay, where am I? There we are. Time warp. Time warp. Time warp some more. Oh, coming in a little quick. Come on. Oh, I think we got it. Looking at the Navball more than I am at anything else. There we go. On it. On it. I was worried I was going to actually blow right past the docking port. Okay, so there is this guy, and then we'll just gotta dock the our crew. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's aim our camera down here and turn off those reaction wheels that are hiding way up there. Okay, I did turn them off, right? Yeah. Okay, back. And now this control from here. And actually, I'm going to move. I'm going to dock in a different spot. I'm going to dock right here. I'll explain why on our way there. So let's spin around. So before I was docked at the end of the hub here, but now I'm going to go for this guy. And once I have this all oriented and we're going the right way, I'll explain. I shall explain. There is the... There's the, what you call it? Alignment indicator. Okay, this time I will look here and just make sure. This way. That's the ways he got to go. A little bit of sideways action happening. So yeah, I want to dock with this piece here because, and you'll see this as we get closer, it is actually really an adapter between the 2.5 meter Clampetron Senior and the 1.25 meter Clampetron. And the reason why it's there is because it was the home berth for my little tug, which is now actually got a second 1.25 meter docking port that it's pretty happy with. So I actually don't need it anymore. So what I'm going to do is dock this guy to it. And then whenever these folks are ready to head back to Kerbin, we're going to take the whole adapter with us. And we're going to dispose of it. Which means we're going to let it crash into Kerbin. And that will be a fitting demise, I think. Okay, I think I need to change. Ah, there we go. I knew the view looked wacky. That's better. Okay. So we'll just kind of bring these folks in here and looking at the time on the stream, although I was hoping to get in 2 landings. It's looking like it's just going to be 1, so we'll go for the other 2 landings next week. And then I'm hoping, I really do, but then again, maybe it's good because I can stretch this out towards KSP2. Because I'm this series here, the I Like Ike series, will not end until I land on Ike and bring those Kerbals back home. I just want to clean up some things first. It's taking longer than I anticipated. Okay, we are docked. There we go.